correct myself. I was talking to Coach Mahan. He said that Farmington was down by 15 going into the fourth quarter. But about a month ago with their game at Clarksville, and they came back and pulled out the victory. So, we handled the size that night. Hopefully, we can do it again tonight. So,
and that just shows you when they might go on a run and get ahead, but you can't get down too much. You have to stay in the game. You never know what'll happen.
Exactly. So let's go through the lineups right quick. At guard, we've got a 6-foot sophomore, number 1, Juan Hernandez. This is Clarksville's lineup, that is. Also at guard, we've got number 2, Logan Wood. He is a 5'6" junior. At guard, we've got number 3, Brandon Baker. He is a 6'2" senior. Also listed at guard. They're kind of following the trend of the girls. They've just got a bunch of guards listed here. Number 25, Casey Benton. He is a 6'3" sophomore. And I saw some highlights of this boy today, so he is no joke. At center, number 31, Bailey Patton. He is listed at 6'4".
Yeah, you see him, and he's definitely a presence.
He is also a boy. The highlights I was seeing of him, he was pulling out and shooting from three-point land and making just about everything he was shooting.
That'll hurt you.
So he's not only a presence on the inside, he can pull out and shoot from the outside too. So he's a dual threat.
So here starting for the Cardinals, we have Matt Wilson. At guard, a 6'3" senior, Jeremy Muller. At guard also, number 4, Skylar Barnes. Here we got a sophomore, 6', Matt Thomas. And then another 6'3" senior, Max Spears.
Matt Thomas has been a solid player all year long, and it's amazing that he's just a sophomore and plays with the effort he gives and the solid game in, game out contributions that he gives. I mean, generally he's the leading scorer, and it blew my mind today when I found out. I didn't even realize till just today that he was just a sophomore. I thought he was a senior.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that's got a lot of those starts. Started as a freshman, didn't play junior high other than 8th grade. 8th and 7th grade, I believe. So here comes the tip. We got Muller going up for us. Clarksville's going to win it.
I just realized, too, that number 31 is that Bailey Patton. That is that guy that I said earlier when they walked out looked like a stud. So not only does he look like a stud, but apparently he is a stud. So we're going to have our hands full with him tonight, I'm sure.
Clarksville looking for anything set up. They're going to set it out, shoot a 3. It's going to be off the mark, rebound by Thomas. So here comes Wilson across the timeline.
Not to keep going on about him, but 31 out there really looks like a man. he honestly looks like a man.
You can tell the way he moves. He's a great athlete.
He is. I mean, if you look at him compared to everybody else on the floor, he looks pretty manly.
He's got the beard and everything.
He does. He's got to bring a little bit of an intimidation factor with him. But hopefully we're not going to be too intimidated. We've already faced him once this year and came out the victor. So
we know we can win.
Yes.
So Barnes is going to come down with that rebound. Muller's going to bring it across the timeline, met by the defense of
Muller is a very, very good ball handler. He is so solid when he's got the ball in his hands.
He's also a really smart player.
He is. He is so solid and smart, and he knows where to get on the court, where he can get a good shot, and where he can get open.
He's also a good leader of this team. Kind of helps him out. Everything he can possibly do for his team, you see him doing it.
Yeah, he seems like the perfect player. He was the one last year that when they were at Prairie Grove, and Prairie Grove was wanting to get that shot for their player with the special needs. The ball, he missed the first shot. The ball went to Muller, and Muller passed it back to him.
Yep.
You know, the player from the other team, he didn't have to do that, and he passed it back to him. And I saw an interview on TV with Mueller, and they asked him, said, "Why did you pass it back to him?" And he said, "It was the right thing to do." You know, that speaks volumes to his character. So not only is he a good player, but he's got a lot of character too.
Yeah, I think that's a moment of Farmington athletics and Prairie Grove athletics that I don't think any of us will hardly ever forget that.
No, for sure.
So Clarksville's going to shoot that. It's going to be no good. Here comes Wilson quick.
Well, he went up high to get that rebound. I didn't know that boy could jump that high.
Wilson goes up and is fouled. So he's going to go to the line.
You know, Thomas, he was just kind of joking with Wilson there, too. I kind of think he may have just told him, too, he didn't think he could get up that high. So might have surprised him, too. You know, this is kind of an interesting little philosophy we've got here, pulling out our rebounders on these rebounds. So we're putting a whole lot of faith that we're going to make them, or we're either not worried that about getting the rebounds on these.
Yeah, and we did this, I think, we might have done this at Greenbrier. I know we did it the game before that. We kind of understand that they have a little size advantage on us.
It might be that, or it might honestly be just the fact that we've got that much faith that we're going to make them. It'd be nice to hope that it's that.
Sure, they come in.
Into Bailey, and man, he just he puts that one down in a hurry.
Good job, Mueller, standing in there. You know, hopefully you get a charge called here later in the game. So Barnes looking for somebody. He finds Wilson. Wilson head fakes. Gives it over to Thomas.
You know, Wilson, he's another one. He's an excellent ball handler.
Barnes is going to go up inside. It's going to be, his layup's going to be off the mark.
Yeah, that was a good hard move to the basket, but it just wasn't on the mark.
You look at Clarksville, saw 25 there. Casey Benton, he's got some good ball skills too.
Yeah, Clarksville's got some athletes, boy. That guy, number 3 right there, Mr.
Brandon Baker.
Yeah, he just took a move in there that looked pretty smooth right there.
Yeah, he saw that open lane and went straight to it.
Yeah, he didn't hesitate at all. This should be a close game. I anticipate that this is going to go down to the wire, and we should have a back-and-forth game the whole game, probably.
So here we're going to have Jared Osnes checking in for Matt Thomas.
You know, so far it's been a very fast pace. It's been just back and forth. Both teams are playing with a lot of energy and a lot of enthusiasm.
Yeah, it really seems like something happens on one side of the floor and then the other one answers it.
It's a race back and forth.
So here it comes with the handoff.
It'll be interesting to see if both teams can keep up this pace.
Clarksville drives inside, and that shot's going to be up and good.
That was a really good move again by Brandon Baker.
So that's going to make it 6-3 with 4 minutes, 28 seconds left here in the first quarter. Osnes with the ball. Going to pass it over to Barnes. Barnes going to give it to Wilson. Wilson with the 3. That shot's up and good. He's got the hot hand. That's going to bring it back to a tie.
Yeah, Wilson started out good here, boy. He's made a couple really good moves on the inside. And he's played with a lot of heart so far.
Here they come, trying to find him inside. Cardinals going to force a turnover. Wilson comes down quick. He's going to go up. That shot's going to be blocked.
Oh, man, you do not want to take it in there on that guy. I'm telling you what, he is a man. Well, I'll tell you what, Brandon Baker is on fire right now.
Yep.
They really need to get up in his face.
They've
got to slow him
down.
down.
He's got 7 points already.
There's a foul on number 25, Casey Benton. He fouls Mueller.
That's his second foul. So they're going to sub out.
Unfortunately, that was not a shooting foul, so we're just going to get it on the baseline.
Osnes is going to throw it in for the Cardinals. Osnes finds Mueller. Mueller goes up. Looks like he's fouled there, but there's no call.
That looked like a really great inbounds play there for a second, but Mueller was just a little bit out of control.
So here comes Logan Wood across the timeline. Clarksville passing around the three-point line. kind of setting up what they've done all night.
You know, it's Logan Wood. He's not a very big guy, so you know he's got to be a very good ball handler and probably a pretty good shooter too. We got to keep an eye on him.
You know, you look at their bench over there. They have some size on the bench just sitting down.
Looks like they're going to go to it right now.
Barnes with the 3, and that shot's good. Seems like we can't miss from the three-point line.
You know, Barnes all season long has been one of those guys when we need a shot, you need to get it in his hands because he can make those clutch shots.
So that's going to be bringing the game to a tie. 2 minutes, 40 seconds left here in the first quarter.
Oh, there's a nice steal by Wilson.
That's one of his.
He's got it open, but Bailey is right. Oh! He went up for the dunk, but didn't quite get it there.
Looked like he got a hand on him there.
Yeah, Coach Thompson wasn't too happy about that. No call on that.
Because, you know, that's the second time he's gone down there and done something around.
I'm not real sure that Wilson was actually trying to dunk it. I think he was banking on the fact that he was going to get fouled, and he was just trying to get some kind of contact out of Bailey. But
no, it's a good
Bailey
job.
Patton didn't really foul, or he. Well, I'm not going to say he didn't foul him, but he got lucky enough not to get the call. And
I do think you got to give.
The guy behind me obviously thinks he got the foul on that.
Yeah, the fans
so
obviously disagree.
Yeah, he's expressing his dissatisfaction on that.
So
There's Skylar Barnes
from
again.
the same spot. He's going to sink it.
Well, we've found a pattern for success there. We might just keep going to that little spot in Skylar Barnes.
Same exact spot he shot from, you know.
If we can just set that up, we'll take that all night.
Clarksville's little man's going to try to drive inside. They're going to call a foul.
I got a feeling this guy behind me is just about to get livid if they keep calling those and not calling him on the other end.
So that's going to be a foul on Wilson.
You know, I'm looking to see if that's Jeff Oxford. I wasn't going to be too surprised if it was, but I'm not real sure.
Oh, he's just got to get warmed up.
Yeah.
Clarksville inbounds it to Logan Wood.
You know, he is quick.
Logan Wood quick to the basket, but can't get the finish. So here comes Wilson. He gives it to Barnes. Barnes thinks about pulling up for 3. Wilson with the little fake. He's going to find Osnes. Osnes to Barnes to Wilson. Pump fake.
Come on, Barnes, get it again. There it is again.
You know, I've watched him play for a while, and, you know, when he gets on, he's on.
He is. He is a streaky player. He is one of those that if you just keep going to him until he misses, he'll just keep making it a lot of times. I mean, of course, you keep making it till you miss. That's without saying. But the thing is, we watched one of the games earlier this year, the night that they opened this arena. Man, he was dynamite that night.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he was the one. No, it was Matt Thomas, wasn't it, that made the half-court shot?
Yes.
But Skylar Barnes had several big three-pointers. I think he hit 3 or 4 right in a row.
Here comes Logan Wood, tries to go inside again.
You know, he's a little out of control on that drive, and he kind of paid for it.
Good job of capitalizing on the mistake by Matt Thomas getting down the court.
You know, Logan Wood's kind of showing a little pain in his hand there, acting like his hand's hurting him. Well, that might be something to keep an eye on there.
You know, that's his second time to drive inside like that, and he got met by the defense both times.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see how many more times he tries that.
You think you'd learn from the first mistake you made.
His coach is telling him, "Hey, buddy, if you're going to keep going in there, you got to be in control, and you got to be having a plan for what you're going to do when you get it in there."
Here comes Clarksville. Their first shot's up and no good.
Looks like this is Jeffrey Benton. He is a senior.
Second one's up and good, though. So that's going to make it a 7-point ball game. 21 seconds left here in the first quarter.
Clarksville had subbed out Brandon Baker there for a while, but he's back into the game, so we really need to keep an eye on him. He had gotten hot earlier in the game.
Thomas is going to.
Oh, there's a really good pass that drew a hard foul.
And he definitely paid for that foul.
Be interesting to see if Thomas can make his free throws here. Sometimes after a hard foul, it's a little hard to make your free throws.
Got to get yourself oriented again.
Yeah. Somebody cleans your clock like that, it's kind of hard to see the rim for some reason. Yeah, he couldn't see that rim too well right there.
So here comes his second shot. That is up and good.
He got oriented between the first and the second shot there.
Yep. Logan Wood brings it across the timeline. Feeds it over to the corner. They're going to pull for a three. And
there's Baker again. Brandon Baker is not going to miss too many shots. He's already proven that tonight.
10 points on the night. That's impressive.
He is on the money, that's for sure.
Well, 18-13, Cardinals leading here at the end of the first quarter. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
See you soon. They're coming. They're all coming. And they're bringing your mother.
What are we going to do?
Inside and out, Tony Chachere's makes everything taste great. In only minutes, marinate your turkey on the inside with Tony Chachere's injectable marinade for that great buttery flavor. Then add a little spice to the outside with Tony Chachere's famous Creole seasoning. It's the perfect combination.
This must have taken you two all day.
It was easy.
With Tony Chachere's. Tony Chachere's!
Tony Chachere's makes everything taste great.
If you would like to advertise during this broadcast,
please contact our athletic director, Brad Blue,
at 479-266-1806.
Go Cards!
All right, Cardinal fans, we're back. 18-13, start of the second quarter. Cardinals got several hot hands, but we got several hot hands to defend against also.
Yeah, you know, Bailey Patton, he's been a little bit quiet so far, except for on the defensive end. So I'm kind of interested to see when they're going to start feeding him the rock down low.
Here comes Wilson with the three. That shot's up and good. Once again, can't miss from the three-point line.
Yeah, you know, we've really shot well from the three-point line. We might ought to just keep going to that philosophy. Just keep shooting the three while we're making them.
Casey Benton with the ball. Going to give it over. Back to Benton. Benton fakes. He's going to go up and get a shot, so they come back with an answer.
Yeah, Benton, you know, he looks like a very solid athlete too. So Clarksville's got some really solid athletes.
So here comes Barnes' other side. That's going to be off the mark.
Yeah, he rushed that shot just a little bit. You could tell from the very get-go when he shot it, it didn't look like that great of a shot. He wasn't set quite like he was on the other shots he made.
Yeah, I don't know if that's just me, but you saw it seemed like his other ones had a little bit more of an arc to it. That one was kind of straight to the basket.
It was kind of one of those shots where he got it and kind of just threw it up there, and he wasn't quite set.
So here comes Thomas and Barnes on the defense. They're going to find it over to the corner. He's going to shoot. That shot's going to be good. He's got a weird-looking shot.
It's weird but effective. So I guess no matter what it looks like, if it goes in, that's all that counts. You know, it's the first time. Well, that was a little bit of an unnecessary turnover, but I was going to say that's the first time all night that we've shown a trap out here in the front court. It'd be interesting to see if we try that much more after that wide open three-pointer that Clarksville just made.
So they're going to get a kick. Casey Benton will inbound it right here. Pivots around his pivot foot. Shoots and no good.
I think that might have been the first shot I've seen Baker miss all night.
Cardinals go up the court quick and get a quick two.
Yeah, Clarksville's coming right back, pushing the pressure just a little bit. They slow it down some now, but.
So they're going to get called on a walk.
You know, Spears, he's playing some good defense down there on Bailey Patton. I'm really surprised that Clarksville's not trying to feed him the ball down there as manly as he seems down there. It just seems like I'd be trying to give the ball to him about every time down the court.
Spears had an open shot there. Kind of looked like he was a little shocked he was that open, but
yeah,
tries to go inside and shot doesn't fall.
We had a jump ball there, and it's going to go Clarksville's way.
Logan Wood will check back in the game for Clarksville.
You know, I wonder if he was out there for a while because his hand was hurting. Because, you know, he was, after he took that that fall to the floor down here on that layup. He got up, kept shaking his hand there for a while, and he was out for a good 7 or 8 minutes of the game.
So they're going to shoot from 3. That is going to be off. Bounce around the rim, go out. So they finally don't get a shot to fall.
That might have been the first shot I've seen Juan Hernandez take tonight. So Spears battling for the rebound.
Good job of him not giving up on the play.
Yeah, he's very aggressive there, draw the foul. They ought to have 2 shots here. Again, we pull out on the free throw rebound.
His first shot's up and good.
Seems to work again. Maybe it's some weird philosophy that we don't know about, that if our guys aren't there, we seem to make them. So
it's just the pressure of having everybody else.
Yes, all your teammates looking at you. You know, maybe Coach Thompson is onto something here.
They're going to drive inside and kind of get out of control.
How was that not a
pull
walk?
for a 3, no good. I agree with you.
I'm not really sure how you lose the ball in the air,
grab it
back, and it's not a walk.
So in the corner, Thomas. Thomas is going to get Spears. They're going to kick it, swing it around to Barnes.
You know, Kel, one thing most people know is that everybody thinks they're a little bit of a referee, and so it's not common, or it is very common. I said that wrong. Oh, I thought he had his feet set. What I was saying, it's very common for everybody to think that the referees are making a mistake, but what you probably don't know is I actually used to be a referee for a while.
I did not know that.
And so I actually gave it up because I got sick and tired of people yelling at me from the stands. So it's a pretty tough profession to be in. You get burned out on that quick.
You know, I umpire.
Oh, yes. So you know that kind of pressure.
I know that feeling.
Yes.
It's like sometimes you just make a bad call and you think to yourself, man, that really was a bad call.
Yes. I'll admit there was some times where I made some bad calls, and there were some times where I didn't see stuff that people were yelling at me saying, "How did you not see that?" And I'm thinking, well, I just didn't see it.
And then you just got to sit back and take it.
Yeah. So sometimes you kind of got to sympathize with these referees because it's hard to see everything.
Cardinals, Thomas goes down the court quick. He's going to be fouled.
You know, Thomas, he was against 3 there, so he come out really fortunate there that he got the foul.
That foul's going to be called on Bailey Patton.
He's one, if there's anybody on their team that we probably want to get in foul trouble, he's probably the one we want to get in foul trouble, him or Brandon Baker. Brandon Baker's, he's already got 10 points, so he'd be nice to get in foul trouble too.
Thomas' second free throw is up and good. Clarksville looking over, getting the play. They go inside.
Juan Hernandez on the shot. He misses.
I don't know if it was me or he got hit, but that looked a little bit like a flop.
Oh. Yeah, I kind of saw that one coming there. He kind of had his feet on both sides of the line there.
Yep. Here comes Clarksville. They inbound the ball. Clarksville kicking into the corner. Back up top. Pulls for 3. No good.
Brandon Baker again. And let me tell you what, that boy can play some ball. He is not one we want to take lightly. When he's got the ball in his hands, it's got to be some solid defense.
You know, you look at Clarksville, you could say about everybody they have on the court right now, they're quick.
They are, and they are a solid threat when they have the ball in their hands. Every single one of them is not at all afraid to take it to the basket, and they're not afraid to shoot it.
We got Barnes open. We don't see him. Did have him open.
One thing about Clarksville is every single one of their guys on the court seem to have confidence in their abilities.
They're going to get a quick steal they're going to be fouled on the way up. Didn't see much contact there.
Coach Thompson was kind of in between me and the play, so I really didn't see that. But
there wasn't much contact there, but
the lady behind me doesn't seem to think it was a foul
Cardinal
either.
fans do not agree. We got 2 minutes, 32 seconds left here in the second quarter. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back.
We came to Arvest Bank to see what makes it different.
They took the time to get to know us personally.
They're like my financial counselors through all of this.
I was able to call her anytime I needed.
I enjoy them and I love them and they're like family to me.
You can't get through the door without somebody saying hello. I've tried.
They made me feel at home.
Like a house you walk into and you feel like you can put your feet up on the furniture.
Have you ever actually put your feet up on the furniture here?
No, I haven't.
Arvest Bank. Our customers say it best.
All right, Cardinal fans, we're back. 2 minutes, 32 seconds left here in the half. Score is 27-22 Cardinals. Clarksville at the line. They're going to sink their free throw. Muller brings it across the timeline. Muller goes over to Thomas. Thomas is going to go back over to Muller. To Barnes in the corner. Barnes going to pull for three. In and out of the basket.
You know, we need to get Barnes back in the spot he was in earlier. They were so hot. There's Baker again.
He hadn't taken another shot from that spot.
No, you know,
last one.
That's the thing. It's like, hey, if this is your spot, we need you to get it over here, and this is where we need you to shoot from. So
Osnes going to throw it over to Barnes. Barnes going to quick to Muller. Going to go inside to Thomas. Over to Osnes. In and out once again. So they come quick down the court. And they're going to get us on a foul.
You know, Casey Benton, number 25 for Clarksville, he is definitely an athlete.
That foul's on Jeremy Muller. His first foul of the night. Flynn Oxford and Bryce Waggle check into the game. Shots up and good.
Once again, the crowd behind us showing a little disgust for that call.
Still, they won't give him a break. So we got a minute 30 seconds left as Thomas brings it across the timeline. Here he pulls up for three. That's no good. Pulled down by Clarksville.
You know, we've kind of gotten into this little bit of a rut right here of shooting threes. And
not
if you're making them, that's all well and good. But if they're not falling, then
you know, the first quarter, we kind of got away with that. Everything was falling.
Yeah, you know, they pulled it back within 2 points here, and it's kind of like, hey, we need to get something
now that
set up. And
yeah, now that we're not as hot, you got to find something else to.
Yeah, you got to find what's working.
Got 50 seconds left here in the half. Barnes is going to try to drive baseline. He's going to step out.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. We were trying to get the last shot there, but
Logan Wood takes across the timeline, kicks it over. Looked like number 25, Casey Benton, he's lowering his shoulder a little bit. The fans and Coach Thompson are pointing that out to the officials.
Yeah, I really thought that might have been a bit of a charge call there. Our guy seemed to be set, but referees didn't seem to see it that way.
So Thomas will bring it across the timeline. He's met by the Clarksville defense.
You know, it'd be really nice to get another shot here and take it in with at least a 4-point lead, because Clarksville's really made a run here.
We're going to hold for the last shot of the half.
Skylar
Barnes is going to get a 3-point shot blocked. They're going to take a shot of desperation. And doesn't even get close. So at halftime, Cardinals have a 2-point lead. You got to go into halftime, make a few adjustments if you're going to come out and win this game.
Yeah, you know, I was watching Coach Thompson there as the boys are coming off the court. He kind of had a little bit of a look of disgust on his face. He didn't seem too happy with that last shot we got there. And so I got a feeling he's going to go in and he's going to line them up a little bit and he's going to make a few adjustments. So he's not real happy with things right now. We gave up a pretty big lead, so I'm sure there's going to be a few adjustments made.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with Coach Johnson.
Where do you go when you want a bundle that includes DirecTV and high-speed internet? You want it packaged together and you want a $500 savings. There's only one answer for Cardinal fans, PG Telco. That's right, don't miss any of your favorite TV shows with DirecTV and catch your favorite Cardinal sports with a high-speed internet connection from PG Telco. And if you call right now, you save $500. Don't care who you are, that's a win-win situation. Call 267-7200. That's 267-7200 for an entertainment bundle that saves you bundles of cash. It's PG Telco, a proud sponsor of Farmington Cardinal Athletics.
Thank you, Buick.
Thank you.
Thank you, Buick.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Buick, for supporting education in communities all across the country with the Buick Achievers Scholarship Program. Everett Buick GMC is proud to be a part of this great opportunity for our students.
If you would like to advertise during this broadcast,
please contact our athletic director, Brad Blue,
at 479-266-1806.
Go Cards!
All right, Cardinal fans, I'm here with Coach Johnson. Coach, congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Y'all played great game. Give me your thoughts on the game.
I thought we played tremendously on the defensive end. I was really, really proud of how we guarded Clarksville. They're a very difficult matchup because they can shoot it from so many spots, and you really have to crowd them on the perimeter. And for some of their kids, I know this sounds kind of silly, but some of their kids, for them, shooting a three is like shooting a layup. You know, they shoot at such a high percentage, and there's a high volume of those shots goes up. And I thought our kids did a great job of really defending them well. You know, we made plays when we had to. Now, I thought there was a few times throughout the course of the game that, you know, we looked like we were going to separate from them and maybe turn it into a big win. But to their credit, they hit shots, and some of that we had some turnovers. And, you know, I don't know if we were just trying to force things or maybe if we got a little too comfortable. But the bottom line is when we had to make plays offensively, we did. I thought we hit free throws that were very timely, and defensively we played a really, really good basketball game.
Well, why don't you talk a little bit about Talon Hopkins, especially on the defensive end of the floor. She had, I don't know the exact stat, but she had several blocks.
Yeah.
I know that.
She's such a game changer on both ends of the floor, and, you know, the great thing about Talon is she just likes to win. It doesn't matter if she scores 25 points or if she scores 5. She's going to find a way to impact the game. And tonight, Clarksville made a conscious effort to keep 2 kids around her at all times on the offensive end. So, you know, what she was able to do is dominate on the defensive glass, block a lot of shots. And, you know, even with talking with Clarksville's coach right after our basketball game, one of the things he talked about was, you know, even if his kids got bias off the dribble, they'd had their shot blocked so many times that they were changing their shots, and sometimes they were reluctant to even put it up. You know, they would dribble back out. So, you know, that's a significant weapon to have, and she did a great job of just really patrolling the paint and not allowing any easy shots to go up.
You know, when I looked at the game, came out quick.
Yeah.
You know, it's something with Greenbrier we struggled with. Came out the second half.
Yeah.
We kind of looked like the second half team there in the first half of that game.
Yeah. You know, this league it's such a difficult league. I've kind of nicknamed it the meat grinder because there's no easy wins. There's just, you know, we've really had one significant win, but the rest of them, it seems like you're in a dogfight. And I think the case could be made that, you know, there's 7 teams in this league that if you put them somewhere else, they're going to be in a state tournament. You know, you look at Clarksville, and they may not make the state tournament in 5A, but if you moved them to a different part of the state, they're probably a state tournament caliber team. And so, you know, for us to get off to good starts is pretty critical. We did show the ability to fight back against Greenbrier, but I was very proud of the kids coming out early and trying to set the tone, and we gave ourselves a good enough cushion that, they never really got it inside of 7 points. And so, that all has to do with the way we started the basketball game.
You're going down through that game, and you get most things are going our way. Then you kind of have to have that feeling in the middle of that game that they're about to make a run. You have to be ready for it because it's about to happen.
Yeah, and that was every timeout we talked about. They are 1 or 2 3-pointers away from this game being, a couple of possessions. And we had to make sure that we fought. We had to be very disciplined defensively because you just can't have a mistake against their guards defensively, and that's a lot of pressure. I will say, if I've got one thing that we're going to be a little critical on in film tomorrow, is I thought we turned the basketball over too many times, in particular consecutive possessions. Now, we'll live with a turnover sometimes when it's being aggressive, but sometimes we just had some, what I think is bad turnovers, but those are things that are easily fixed, and the kids know it, and we'll go over all that with film tomorrow and fix that.
I don't know what you think about this, but it seemed like we made far less mental errors, just like really.
Well, and that's kind of where you want to be at this point in the season, is everybody's on the same page. We're not making a lot of mental mistakes. We're not doing a lot of having bad possessions. And a bad possession is you come down and, you make a misread, or you don't attack where the game plan told you to attack, or you throw it in the stands or something like that. And we didn't have a lot of those. We're getting better. I think our focus is really good right now, and we're starting to kind of get that look of a team that's gearing up for a run in March.
Yep, and then also for the free throw line, it looked a whole lot better. It looked great.
And free throw shooting is a lot like, in baseball, sometimes you talk about kids getting the yips. Free throw, it's a mental thing, and sometimes, we're a pretty good free throw shooting team. I know, and I'll throw this stat out there, but, if you look back over the last 2 games, Christy Duchenois, who's a tremendous shooter, had made 1 free throw out of her last 13 attempts. And that's a mental thing, because I can tell you I rebounded for that kid in between those 2 games between Harrison and Greenbrier, and she hit 40 consecutive free throws before she ever missed. So it's not a skill thing. It's a mental thing with a lot of them. And so tonight we made the first one, and that kind of set the tone. Everything went good after that. So hopefully we're moving forward, and we're going to make people pay, when they put us on the line.
Well, congratulations, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you.
Good luck on Friday, Little Rock Christian.
It'll be a tough one. We're looking forward to going down there, though.
All right, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back for the second half of the boys' game.
Sometimes the things we want to do aren't quite the things we end up doing. But with Tyson grilled and ready chicken breast fillets, you can make eating right a promise to yourself you actually keep. No preservatives, 98% fat-free, and fully cooked. So you'll be eating right in no time, just like you intended. Tyson grilled and ready chicken.
Hi, I'm Susie Everett. People sometimes ask why we don't talk about price in our commercials. Well, it's simple. Giving you a low price is the easy part. At Everett, we work to go far beyond that with a buying experience you won't find anywhere else. Our goal is to make sure our customers want to come back again and again because they were treated better in every way, including the price. Family owned, customer friendly. Come see us at Everett Buick GMC.
All right, Cardinal fans, we're back. We're about to start the second half. We're back. Farmington's got a 2-point lead starting the second half. It'll be Clarksville's ball. Looks like Casey Benton will be inbounding it to Logan Wood. And we are off and running on the second half.
Here comes Clarksville. They're going to drive inside. Miss little floater. Clarksville's going to control the board and get that 2.
I honestly wondered if that was what we're going to see a little more of is Clarksville trying to get it inside here in the second half. When you've got somebody like Bailey Patton with that size and that presence on the inside, it just makes sense to try to get it to the inside.
Especially when you look at us across the line and then them across the line. They're bigger. I mean, it's just a fact.
He's not only taller, but he's stronger. You know, he can get in there and get that rebound and fight for it. He's just got the strength to pull the rebound away from us. So it'll be kind of interesting to see how it goes here in the second half on the boards.
So here's Skylar Barn at the line for 2. Sinks his first one.
You know, we kept Muller in there for the rebound on this. That's kind of interesting. They didn't do that in the whole first half at all.
Here's his second shot. Also good. Free throws win ball games.
Exactly. Coach Johnson can tell you that.
Here comes Clarksville once again trying to drive inside. They're going to call a foul on the floor. And that's going to be on Barnes. It's his second foul on the night. Going to get into Logan Wood. He's going to dribble in, get a little floater. No good. Fighting for the board. And Clarksville controls it. Good job by Wilson getting that ball. Goes down quick. Might have got away with the walk there.
Got a little trap going in the corner. Spears fights out of it. Oh, they're going to say he stepped on the line.
I almost thought he moved on.
Oh, no, they're going to say he gave an elbow.
Yeah, I thought, push. I don't know, but it almost looked like he moved on his pivot foot.
It looked like the original call was he stepped on the line, but they're going to say he had a little push off with his elbow there. That was a bit of an interesting call, considering they were kind of all up in his face there.
So here's Logan Wood. He gets it out to the corner. They're going to kick for a 3.
That might have been the first three-pointer Brandon Baker's missed all night. It looked like it was going in, but it bounced right out.
Wilson to Thomas. Thomas pulls a long 3 off the back of the rim. They're going to call a walk. I did not see that.
That was definitely not a popular call. I'm not real sure how you walk as you're falling like that. Doesn't seem too feasible to me.
I agree with you. We're at the scorer's table. We can't really say anything, but I think the crowds are talking for us.
Yeah,
right
we'll keep our mouths quiet over here and not say anything to the referees. Fortunately, they can't hear us. Now, they just did a little makeup call there and gave it right back to us. I didn't really see anything there either, so I'm pretty sure they knew they made the wrong call and just made up for it.
I think Clarksville's coach did not – he didn't really get too mad about that call.
No, he knew that was a makeup call.
That was kind of a makeup call.
Yeah.
Here comes Wilson. Wilson kicks it to T. T pulls for the 3. In and out.
You know, he's not going to miss too many of those open shots, so they probably ought to not give him too many of those open shots tonight.
He shot a few of those 3s, and they've gone in and out, but he's on the mark. It's just –
yeah, they'll start falling if they keep giving them to him.
So Clarksville looking over at their coach for the play.
Thomas looks like he's pretty discouraged, but I'm sure if he gets a couple more chances, he'll probably bury a few of them.
Logan Wood gets a big three there. That puts them with a 1-point lead. Thomas gets the ball. Gives it to Mack inside. Mack goes up and rolls around forever.
I wasn't sure if that was going to fall, but
I just had to go and because we all thought. We kind of think they went over the back there. But Mack, I think he made them pay a little bit.
Yeah, he showed a little aggression on that. He was not happy about the no call. He kind of threw his hands up when they didn't call it, and then he said, okay, well, if you're not going to call it, then I'll just do something about it. So that's the kind of force he needs to show in there, though. You know, he's a big guy, and he needs to show his force and make his presence known in there. So
they're going to call a foul.
This is getting a little interesting right here. I got a feeling if it keeps going this way, the crowd's going to get really loud.
They're loud right now and upset.
It's the house is not packed out, but it can get loud if it gets mad enough.
I don't necessarily agree with the way that was called. He might have got a little hand there. I'll give him that.
Yeah, that was kind of obvious on that one.
You could hear it from here.
This is kind of the direction I expected Clarksville to kind of go. Like I say, kind of feeding Bailey Patton here in the second half, seeing if he can at least, if he doesn't get the shot, at least draw a foul.
We're going to have a tie ball game here. Patton at the line. Comes the second shot. That's up and no good off the front of the iron.
Good players can carry your team, and I mean, you can tell Bailey Patton is definitely a good player. And like I said, I'll be really surprised if they don't lean on him quite a bit in the second half.
Wilson doesn't get that one to fall, but Juan Hernandez is going to get a foul called on him. So
yeah, he seemed to be a little surprised by that because they're both going up for the rebound there, but I guess the referee saw something in there that we didn't see.
That's Juan's second foul. So here's Spears at the line to take the lead. Shots up and no good.
Oh,
good
that
job
bounced right out of one's hands and right into Muller's hands. And he got fouled.
Yep, so now Muller will go to the line.
That play couldn't work out any better for us. Well, I say that. Muller could have made it, and we could have had a three-point play, but, you take what you can get.
It's a great hustle play by him.
It was. That's why we've got him down there trying to rebound.
His first free throws, no good.
Coach Thompson pulls Osnes in. He's gonna keep one guy down there to rebound at least. Seems like after you just saw what happened with Muller, you would want to keep at least one down there.
So the Cardinals, after missing 3 free throws in a row, get one to fall. They take the lead. Here they go. We're going to cut a travel called.
I thought for sure we was going to get a charge on that one.
Me too.
Our guy definitely seemed to have his feet set, but Coach Thompson, he's letting the referees know he thought that was a charge for sure.
And the thing is, this referee over here is not even the one that made the call.
No, but he was going to get the earful for it. He was the closest one, so
yeah.
He was in the firing range there.
So here comes Clarksville quick. They go inside, lower the shoulders.
Casey Benton, he's a pretty solid ball handler. When he gets in there, he's going to take it up. He's been pretty solid tonight. That's 9 points for him so far in the game.
Here comes Muller, went up.
Looks like Bailey Patton blocked his shot there.
Coach Thompson once again does not agree. Flint Oxford's going to check in for Max Spears.
Clarksville's going to the bench and pulling out a couple players we hadn't seen tonight.
Good head fake by Wilson.
Looks like we've got number 22, Luke Stumball.
I believe so.
24, Jeffrey Benton.
Good pass to Muller.
You know, they got the same last name, and he kind of resembles Casey Benton. I just kind of wonder if they're brothers.
Here they come, try to drive inside, make a football-like play. They're going to call the foul on Jeremy Muller. Coach Thompson said he kind of looks like he's just throwing himself into us.
You know, Casey Benton, he is definitely decided in the second half he is going to take the ball inside every time he gets it. It's pretty much he's going full force to the basket when he gets the ball.
Good job by Flint doing it up there and controlling that board. So Wilson's going to lose his dribble. Hustling all over the court. You have to call that a charge, yes.
We finally get a charge call there.
I think it's just because it was an open lane from where the referee was standing. He could clearly see that.
Oh, it seemed to be a little long overdue, but that's just me.
Pass to Flint. Flint's going to go up and get 2. Good, strong pass.
Clarksville took Bailey Patton out of the game. We really should be feeding the rock down inside right now while he's not in the game because they don't really have a whole lot of size on the court at the moment.
They're going to pull for 3. Way back there.
Logan Wood, that's the second three-pointer he's made tonight. He showed he can shoot the ball if he gets a chance and he's open.
Osnes is going to throw it over to Thomas. Thomas is going to pull for the 3. That is just off the mark.
He just can't seem to find the handle tonight. It's kind of uncharacteristic of him. Thomas is showing some definite disdain for his shooting slump. I got a feeling, though, that he's going to find his shot.
So Wilson's got 3 fouls on the night. 1 minute, 39 seconds left in the third quarter. Coach Thompson's going to call a timeout here, talk things over. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
In Arkansas, over 600 cars a day illegally pass a school bus, putting lives at risk. So Everett is joining with area schools to promote the Flashing Red Kids Ahead School Bus Safety Program. Always stop when you see the flashing red lights of a school bus. Children's lives depend on it. And report drivers to the police if they don't stop. School bus safety is everyone's responsibility. Remember, flashing red, kids ahead.
Call Mad Sky Rentals for all your home rental needs at 479-251-9403 and online at madskyrentals.com.
All right, Cardinal fans, we're back. Clarksville at the line, 36-36. 1 minute, 39 seconds left in the third.
Juan Hernandez back into the game. He subs out for subs in for Casey Benton.
Muller's going to bring it across the timeline for the Cardinals. He gives it to Thomas. Thomas had an open 3, didn't shoot it. Here comes Muller. Muller from downtown.
You know, I don't know if it's on purpose or not, but I've noticed since Clarksville's taken Bailey Patton out of the game, we've kind of gone with a little bit bigger lineup. And, you know, that might be to try to push the ball inside a little bit more.
Here comes Logan Wood with a 3. He nails it.
That's 2 in a row for him. We might want to guard him.
So they're going to take a 1-point lead. Spears gives it to Muller. Muller over to Osnes. Here it gets to Spears. Back to Thomas. Thomas is going to pull for 3.
He's due for one. I just had to feel it on that one.
Yep.
It was something about it. The
You
second he released it, I just had a feeling it was going in. I was like, he is due for one.
You know, we did a good job being patient there. Not taking a shot before, you know, only taking a quality shot.
Yep. You just knew if he kept shooting it, he was going to make one.
So Logan Wood and Clarksville is going to hold for the last play of the quarter, see if they can get some points.
You know, Thomas is a shooter, and shooters go through slumps sometimes, but sometimes it's one of them things where a floodgate can open once you make one. So it'd be interesting to see in the fourth quarter if he just opened the floodgates up for himself.
Oh, Muller almost makes the half-court shot, but we're going into the fourth quarter with the tie ball game. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back for the end of the ball game. All right, we're back. Tie ball game, start of the fourth quarter.
You know, it's been neck and neck. It all comes down to the fourth quarter. And, you know, as we talked earlier, it's going to come down to who can make their free throws probably here in the fourth quarter, because there's been a lot of fouls called in this game.
Spears thinks about the three. They're going to try to trap him in the corner.
Oh.
They're going to call a foul.
They're going to say he stepped on the line.
Looked like he got pushed a little bit.
It sure looked that way.
Like, it's ref on the other side. He's standing right on that line.
Yeah, he seemed to have a good view of it, but sure seemed like he got pushed.
Logan Wood kicks it back to the corner. He's going to drive inside. That shot's up. Good.
There's Casey Benton again.
They're going to take a 2-point lead. Good job by Barnes going up and saving that. Go inside to Muller. He's going to be fouled.
Yeah, Muller got fortunate on that he draw the foul, because he was wide open. I say he's wide open. I retract that statement. He wasn't wide open, but he missed a fairly easy shot. But he got fortunate he got fouled because he kind of gave up an easy shot there. And he makes the first free throw. He'll pull Spears in to rebound.
Here comes the second. That shot's up and also good. So once again tied.
You know, earlier in the game, I've noticed something that Clarksville's doing. Earlier in the game, they had Logan Wood bringing the ball down. But now they've gone to this Casey Benton bringing the ball down a lot, and I think it's because they've given him the green light to just drive it in and shoot just about any chance he gets.
Just like that, Casey Benton drives inside, misses it, goes up again, up over everybody we got.
He's pretty much unstoppable right now. He's kind of just driving in and taking the shot at will and making it half the time. If he misses, he gets his own rebound sometimes. So it's kind of a working formula for him right now.
He's got 14 points on the night.
Yeah.
Thomas goes up for three. Good job of fighting for Barnes, but he's going to be called with the travel.
You know, that's another call that the crowd didn't really agree with, but
it's probably the right call.
It might have been the right call.
So here comes Logan Wood. He gives it up to Benton. Can't miss.
He's up to 17 points on the night, and he seems to be unstoppable here in the second half.
Gives it to Thomas. Thomas takes a jumper off the front of the rim. Barnes hustles down the court, breaks that up.
You know, it's been very unfortunate for Farmington tonight that Thomas just cannot seem to find his shot tonight. I mean, he's got 8 points, but, you know, we've seen Thomas have 30-point nights.
Yep, and Clarksville's going to call a timeout. It's going to be a full timeout. 5 minutes, 43 seconds left here in the game. We'll take a quick break and be right back.
We came to Arvest Bank to see what makes it different.
I'm from the old school. You know, I believe in people talking to people.
When they say, have a good day, like, I think they actually mean it.
Yeah, there's a smile every time you come in.
I walk in, I feel like a king rather than a pauper.
It doesn't matter if you deposit $1 or $1 million.
They treat everybody the same.
The customer comes first, and I like that.
They always go above and beyond to take care of us.
You know, I didn't rehearse this.
No.
This is coming from right here.
Arvest Bank. Our customers say it best.
Call Mad Sky Rentals for all your home rental needs at 479-251-9403 and online at madskyrentals.com. Mad Sky.
All right, we're back. 5 minutes, 43 seconds left here in the game.
Clarksville's got a 5-point lead. We really need to come up with an answer to Casey Benton. You know, coming into the game, looking at all the highlights, Bailey Patton looked like the guy we were going to have to worry about, but Casey Benton has just taken over this game. Well, that was a very nice move there. We really needed that. Maybe that'll give us a little momentum here. Seems like all the momentum has been going towards Clarksville. And we need to gain a little bit back here. Well, unfortunately, Muller's going to pick up a foul there.
So here comes their first shot. That's up and good. It's going to make it a 4-point ball game.
Well, Brandon Baker, he's been solid all night for Clarksville. He hasn't missed very many shots. Looks like Clarksville's going to sub Bailey Patton back in. They're getting their lineup back up with some size again.
Patton only 5 points on the night.
Yeah, he hasn't been near as much of a factor as I expected him to be.
Thomas kicks it over to Mack. Thomas going to pull for three again. That's off the mark. Going to hustle for the rebound and have to play defense. Good job by Thomas.
Patton just kind of threw it right to him, so we got fortunate on that. Be a good time for Skylar Barnes to kind of get on fire again.
Jeremy getting inside and getting that shot to fall. Here's Logan Wood. He's dribbling around, looking for something to set up. He's going to take it in for himself. He's going to be called with an and one.
Well, he set that up real nicely there for himself.
Real patient.
He's not a real big kid, but let me tell you what, when he goes to jump, he can get up off the floor pretty good.
Yeah, he can play. He's got 11 points on the night. Flynn Oxford's going to check in for Mack. Here comes Logan Wood and one. That shot's up and good, so he gets the three-point play. It'll make it 48-54, 4 minutes and 5 seconds left in the game.
Now, Clarksville's really got all the momentum right now. We really need to make a run here.
You know, it kind of feels like the life kind of came out of your sails. But
it really, the wind's been sucked out of this place right now. You can see the frustration all over Matt Thomas's face right now. He's not happy with his performance, and shots just don't seem to be falling for a lot of our guys right now.
Yep, you just got to keep playing, though. This game is far from over.
Yep.
Flint's going to take this free throw. That's going to be good. Big free throw right there.
Exactly. We really need those to fall. If we've got any shot at coming back right now, we've got to make our free throws.
Here comes the second. That's up and good also. So good job by Flint going to the line, getting some big shots.
You can see Clarksville starting to slow it down a little bit. They're going to try to milk the clock as much as possible now.
Logan Wood decides to drive him for himself. It's going to be no good, but Bailey Patton gets it to fall. Muller finds Barnes. Barnes is going to dribble inside, and he's going to travel.
Yeah, you know, when you leave your feet, it's always bad if you don't have somewhere to go with it or you can't take a shot. You got to know when you get up off your feet there that you got a plan and you've got somewhere to go with the ball.
So we're going to have a foul called on Barnes. That's going to be his fourth.
Skyler didn't like that call too much, but the referee gave him a little bit of warning, I think, on his reaction there.
There he comes.
I don't know if you saw that, but there's a little bit of dialogue going on between the referee and somebody in the crowd there. You don't see too often when somebody in the crowd talks to a referee actually looks directly at them.
Yeah, I looked at him. I didn't really know what he said, but
yeah, he said something to the referee. The referee looked directly at him. It kind of caught me off guard because you don't see that real often.
They're gonna.
Casey Benton draws another foul.
Yep.
I'd like to know how many fouls he's drawn tonight.
No, he's
been a foul magnet tonight
pretty much
for sure.
every time he gets the ball, though, he's driving inside.
He is. He knows what he wants to do with the ball when he gets it. It's going to the hoop.
You know, he might be lowering his shoulder a little bit, but yeah,
he knows he's getting the
calls.
calls.
Him, he's getting the calls.
He knows he's getting them, so he knows where he's going with it, and he's got a plan. He's executing it, and it's working for him. So he's going to keep doing it every time he gets the ball.
Wilson's going to get it to Barnes. Barnes going to go over to Muller.
This would be a great time to get a big three-pointer.
Barnes pulls for three, in and out. Good job by Flint to get the board. He's going to go up and finish that. So that'll make it a 4-point game. 2 minutes, 33 seconds left here. Coach Thompson's going to call a timeout. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Sometimes the things we want to do aren't quite the things we end up doing. But with Tyson grilled and ready chicken breast fillets, you can make eating right a promise to yourself you actually keep. No preservatives, 98% fat-free, and fully cooked. So you'll be eating right in no time, just like you intended. Tyson grilled and ready chicken.
If you would like to advertise during this broadcast,
please contact our athletic director, Brad Blue,
at 479-266-1806.
Go Cards!
All right, Cardinal fans, we're back.
You know, that right there could have sparked a little momentum for us. That was a pretty big play right there. And even the Clarksville coach was pretty fired up about that. As soon as we made that shot, I heard him yelling at his team there. So let's hope that put a little spark in us.
You got to imagine they're going to try to slow it down here a little bit.
They're either going to slow it down or they're just going to tell Casey Benton just keep taking it inside. One of the two.
I see good defense by Muller. He's hustling all over the court.
Yeah, they're coming out here and they're playing a little outside motion game. Just going to run the ball back and forth on the outside, looks like.
Logan Wood thought about that, decided against it.
Looks like Wilson got a little unfortunate foul there.
That's his 4th foul, so Barnes and Wilson both with 4 fouls. 2 big players for the Cardinals.
Clarksville's been pretty solid from the line tonight.
Here comes Logan Woods first, and that's up and no good.
That's good for us. We've got any chance of pulling this deficit down, they've got to miss them.
Here's his second. And that one's going to fall. So it's going to be a 5-point ball game. 2 minutes left here in the game.
Clarksville's playing some really good defense. You know, that the whole second half, they've played really tough defense.
Yep. Muller's going to pull for 3. It's no good. Good rebound by Barnes. Barnes is going to find Thomas inside. Thomas can't get it to finish.
Oh, Thomas is just not happy right now at all. He seems like he'd rather be anywhere else in the world than on the court right now.
He's had a tough night. He couldn't get some baskets he normally would have got to fall. I mean, he still got. You look at the board. He still got 8 points.
Yeah, you know it's pretty crazy when a player has 8 points and they're just extremely aggravated with their performance. There's a lot of players that 8 points they'd be happy with, but Thomas, he's looking at 8 points and thinking this is pathetic.
Good hustle by Flint there, even though he draw the foul. Something you want to do at this point. Logan Wood at the free throw line again. His first one goes up and falls.
I got a feeling we're going to be looking for a 3 here. This would be a good time to see Skylar Barnes hit one.
1 minute, 7 seconds. Wilson's going to pull for 3. That's going to be in and out once again.
Well, that rim has just not been good to us in the second half.
We've had several go
in and out.
In and out. I mean,
it just looks like it's going in, and nope, it's coming out.
Wilson's going to bring the top of the key. They're going to
kickball and then
out.
Skylar Barnes going to pull up this 3, and he's got it.
We got 45 seconds left here in the ball game. 57-61. Cardinals still feeling a little bit of life. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Everybody knows how good Louisiana food is. For us, it's a way of life. We call it Creole. Creole is the melting pot of cultures, music, and great food. Salt and pepper? No way. On whatever you cook or whatever you eat, use Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning. Trust me, I know Creole. And this is the real deal.
Oh, yeah. Tony Chachere
Makes everything taste great.
Call Mad Sky Rentals for all your home rental needs at 479-251-9403 and online at madskyrentals.com.
All right, we're back.
You know, I was just looking up, and Skylar Barnes, he's got 16 points now, so he's been our leading scorer tonight. And I kind of knew they was looking for him here. You just had the feeling that they were trying to get it to him with Thomas kind of in his shooting slump. Wilson, he just took that last three-point shot he took, was in and out. So, oh, we really needed that, and it just didn't happen.
So, it's going to be out of bounds. They're going to say it's on.
You know, I hate to admit it, but I got a really good look at that, and it did go out on us. So, the refs actually made the right call there.
I was going to say it could have gone either way, but you had the best view on that.
I really did get a good look at it, and like I say, I hate to admit it, but it
happened right here.
They made the right call.
So they're going to have a foul. Logan Wood's going to go back to the line.
People behind this are not happy at all with it. There's some people that are honestly pretty livid right now, but
Matt Wilson, he's going to foul out of the game. He ends the night with 8 points. His first shot's up and no good. Something you need.
So 41 seconds left. We got Spears, Osnes, Muller, Thomas, and
so T's going to
Barnes
take
on
it across
floor.
the line.
Oh my goodness. That's probably going for a dunk, and it did.
Yep.
He's been wanting to do that all night.
Cardinal fans want him to foul. So there's a three. That's up and no good. Clarksville's going to get the rebound.
Well, the people behind us are really getting fired up now.
Yep. We're going to have 12 seconds left here. Well,
Casey Benton has definitely been the player of the game for Clarksville. He is up to 21 points.
All-around strong performance by him. You got to give him credit.
Yeah, he, like I said earlier in the game, he found the formula for scoring, and that was just taking it to the basket as hard as he could.
No, he's a great player. I mean,
there might have been a few of them drives that they didn't call a charge where they could have, but it was one of them things where he knew they weren't calling it, and so he would take it in and just barrel his way in and either make the shot or he'd get the foul. So he's at the line again with 3 seconds left.
Well, looks like Cardinals are going to drop this one after hard-fought game. You know, you're going to look back on it and you're going to think about some of the shots you didn't get to fall.
Yeah, you know, whether you agree or not with a lot of the calls, it's one of them things where, you know, there's always things that you could have done better. There's always shots that maybe you shouldn't have took, or there's always things that you could have done different, and it's never a good thing when you lose one to a conference opponent that you should have maybe won here at your own home court. You always want to defend your own home court, and you expect to get the wins here at home. But, you know, they swapped one in one game. They went and stole one at Clarksville, and Clarksville came and stole one here. So they kind of come out even on it. So,
well, I'm Cale Petrie here with Jeremy Slingert. We're going to say goodnight